People should know. I'm Lilith Spills, the Bay Area's siren seductrix, fashion designer and queer anarchist community organizer. And I help run Quartz Oakland, which is a queer arts events producer in the Bay Area. Quartz Oakland hosts queer arts markets, parties, art exhibitions, open mics, etc., and other collaborations. We've been doing it since 2022. Started here in Oakland, actually right here at Lake Merritt. I started Quartz Oakland because I was interested in starting to vend my wares as an artist, and I wanted to be around other gay people. I saw people doing it out at the lake and just made a post asking if other people wanted to come do it with me. And that event went really well, so we kept on doing it month after month, and now we've expanded to hosting in different venues all across the Bay and having collaborations with all different sorts of other local organizing groups, as well as venues and event spaces. A regular event that we host now is called Filthy Quartz. It's hosted at Filthy Studios, which is a femdom porn studio, as well as a kink education space. And we host an explicit kinky queer market there near every month, so that's one to look out for. We really love to see artists that are creating things within the sexuality niche. So we have people that are making kinkware, chainmail, massage oils, lubricants, that kind of thing. So it's nice to really have like a shame-free shopping experience that's within the sexuality niche. It's also a great event for people that are curious about kink spaces because it's super easy entry point, and it is still just an open market space. So it's not like pushing you too far out of your comfort zone, but still exploring maybe the edges of what that can look like for you. I make recycled rubber fetish wear. I make floggers, whips, corsetry, collars, handcuffs, that kind of thing. I find all of my material at bike shops, so I get it from popped bike tubes. So I go to bike shops and ask them for all their pop tubes, and that's how I'm reusing that material in a new and spicy way. I grew up in a very environmentalist family, so that has always been something that has been really highly valued, and something that I've always looked for in terms of my own creations and what I do as a community organizer as well. I think that sometimes we can really make community organizing into something that feels very out of reach, but really it's just about talking to people and getting something together that's a common interest, and then making the space for that to happen. And that doesn't have to be a venue, that can be public space. We started Quartz Oakland out at the lake. We didn't have to have any specific permitry or any specific venue costs. We just went out there and did it, and so can you. So I feel like that's really the first step, is getting people together. And with Quartz Oakland too, we're always open for collaboration. So if you have an idea you want to make happen, reach out to us. Going in, I never thought that Quartz would kind of grow into what it is now. It was really just an experiment or a way to get people together that one day, but it just went so well that we kept on doing it, and I had a lot of help continuing to expand. So now it really is, if you just start something and there's energy behind it and you keep putting your heart into it and you keep collecting people who also have the same mission, you can really push something forward and grow it in a really big way. So yeah, it's definitely changed a lot. It wasn't something that I was expecting to do, but now it's such a big part of my life. I moved to Oakland at the end of 2021, only a couple months before starting Quartz Oakland, again, not knowing that it would become Quartz Oakland as it is now. And I immediately fell in love with the city. I feel like the art and community that was here was so inspiring to me, and I was able to make friends really quickly, which has not been my experience everywhere. I feel like a lot of places I'm just kind of a weirdo, but here it was like they loved my weird, and I was like, well, I can be weird even more, and I did, and I am, and I love that. So yeah, Oakland is I feel like it's such a catalyst for so much growth, so much revolutionary action, so much artistic expression, so much creativity, so much fashion, and I really love being a part of this community. It's really near and dear to my heart. It's growing something so special that sometimes if you're on the outside of it and you can't see in, it's like there's a value to keeping something safe so that you can kind of really nourish and grow before it really expands. So I feel like if you're only seeing the outside and you're not quite in it, you might have a bad vision of what that could be. But I think racism is the main reason. I think what I really just want to do is encourage everybody, especially in this time where there's so much talk from the overlords above of really trying to repress us. It's really feel into your own strength and power, and remember that, we are the people and we can create so much around us that has such a big impact, and really following your heart and your desires and being honest and authentic with that, and then sharing that with people who want to support you. I feel like it's such an important step in creating what we want to see, which is so possible, even though there's so much fear mongering that would make us think it's not. For me, break fake rules really makes me think about the ways in which public space is so sanctioned off, and it's made to feel that you can only use it a particular type of way. I think part of what we did with those original Quartz Oaklands is to be able to just bring queer arts and expression to the public space and just put it in front of people, even if that's not necessarily what the kind of rules and regulations are around things. You can still just kind of bring your own energy to it, and a lot of times if you do it anyway, who's really going to stop you? Yes, thank you.